Welcome guys to another Dragon Ball Legends video, and today we are going to be talking about this sparking Super Trunks that came along with the Cell Goku, the Super Saiyan Goku. I'm going to be talking about his equipments, his buffs, etc. and his teams that I'll recommend y'all to be using him with. So let's start. So he is sparking. He is red, so he'll be a great tank towards yellow units like Majin Buu, the Ultra, and Ultra Beast Gohan. So he's a defense type, he has endurance, and has lots of healing actually. So he has a lot of healings. If we go to his unique ability saving throw, as you can see here, he gets healed. However, he does not have any card draw speed, meaning that you won't be able to combo with him. He's not gonna have a lot of combo potential, but he draws a card on entry, and when you land the card on your opponent, it draws another card. And speaking of cards, his strike has a 5% chance to give feint to your opponent, and a 30% chance to feint if you land with the ultimate, as you can see right here. And for I'm pretty sure his saving throws unique ability, he will do additional damage, extra damage reduction if there's hybrids, Vegeta Clan, or Cell Tag Battle member in your team. Here it is, I found it's on like the first one. His base kit destroys a card and reduces ki by 20. When he enters the battlefield, as you can see here, he'll draw one new card, and when you have 3 or fewer cards, which obviously you will have, and it will reduce enemy ki by 20, so a lot of disruptions to your opponent. And for the second unique gauge, there's this one where like it happens twice. Let me find it. Here it is. So for the second unique gauge, every time you change cover to him, which is and it only happens 2 times, destroys one of your cards, replacing it with the blue card, nullifies its own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 5 timer counts, destroys 2 enemy cards, reduces enemy ki by 30, seals enemies rush for 10 timer counts, inflicts on enemies with attribute downgrade, making the cards more expensive by 20 ki for 10 timer counts, and seals all enemy main abilities for 10 timer counts, so that's massive. However, he does not remove buffs, so we're gonna move on to his equipment. So the first equipment that I'll be covering up is this awakened equipment. Only for those type of defense characters. Awaken, you don't even like all that fighting, huh? Slot 1 strike defense 50%, same goes for slot 2 and slot 3, and get this in this Legends Battle. Then we have this Gohan, strike defense at 10%, blast defense 35%, slot 2 20% to blast defense if there are 2 or more type future battle members, and slot 3 base health 10%, and get this in the hyperdimensional exchange shop. And then we have this Vegeta Clan equipment, obtain your perfect form. Base strike defense, blast defense, and health restoration are all going to be 10% for slot 1. Slot 2 strike attack 35%. Slot 3 base health at 10%. And get this in Ultimate Equipment Collection, normal, Vegeta Clan, and red. And then we have this equipment, Raw. Strike and blast are both going to be 10%, strike defense 20%, an additional 10% to a strike attack with 3 battle members or tag hybrid Saiyan. Slot 3 blast defense 20%, an additional 10% to one blast attack when 3 battle members are tag hybrid Saiyan, and you get this in the hyperdimensional exchange shop. And then we have this Kamehameha, slot 1 strike defense 25%, special move damage at 10%, ultimate damage at 10%, blast attack 35%. You get this in the Ultimate Equipment Collection Cell Saga. And then we have this, the Time Machine takes off. Special move damage 10%, strike defense 20%, an additional 12% to one strike attack when 3 battle members are tagged Vegeta Clan. Slot 3 blast defense 20%, an additional 12% to one blast attack when 3 battle members are tagged Vegeta Clan. And get this in the hyperdimensional co-op exchange shop. And then we have this Super Saiyan Goten, slot 1 health restoration 12%, slot 2 strike defense 20%, 50% to strike defense to attack Hyper Saiyan is a battle member, base blast defense 20%, in addition to 50% to blast defense to attack Saiyan is a battle member. You get this in the hyperdimensional exchange shop. And then we have this, first you have to deal with me. Slot 1, you can either choose strike defense or blast defense, both are going to be at 20%. Slot 2, strike attack 50%, an additional 10% to strike attack when tag future, And Tag Vegeta Clan is a battle member. Slot 3, blast attack 50%, an additional 10% to blast attack when tag feature and tag powerful opponents. It's a battle member, and you get this in the hyperdimensional exchange shop. Now moving on to our golden equipments, we have this Awaken to You Stay Here, Strike Defense 80%, Blast Defense 80%, and 6% to Strike Attack for each tag future battle member, and you get this memory in the Awakened equipment. In Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. And then we have this Awakened, Behold My Perfect Divinity. I still don't know how to say that. Slot 1, Strike Defense 20%. Slot 2, Blast Attack 50%. And additional, Health Restoration 10%. Slot 3, Strike Attack 20%. Special Move Damage 10%. You get this in the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. And then we have this Awakened, I'll Give It My Best. Strike Defense 30%, Blast Defense 30%, Base Health 10%, Special Move Damage 10%. And you get this memory in the Zenkai Exchange Shop. And then we have this Awakened, Bestowed Hope, Special Move Damage 10%, Health Restoration 10%. Slot 2, Strike or Blast Attack, both at 32%. Recommend you to get the Strike Attack because it does more damage with strikes. Then slot 3, base health 12%, and you get this memory in the Zenkai Exchange Shop. And this is just gonna be an extra equipment here if you don't have any of the other ones. This is just a normal gold one. I'm not gonna go right with this. You get this in the equipment medal. We're moving on to the teams. So our first team is going to be Hybrid's team. So you either have the Ultra Hybrids. I don't know why I just took this off, but we have the Ultra Hybrids, right? We have this Gohan right here. This Ultra Beast Gohan will give you 5% to ultimate and awakened damage inflicted by tag hybrid Saiyans or episodes like the movies, base strike and blast attack during battle. So this is gonna give him some support. You can put this guy in the leader slot if you're gonna run some other team if you want to. You could also have this Gohan from the same saga, Cell Saga, which is going to be giving you the same thing. 5% to special move damage, Hybrid Saiyans, and 42 to tag Hybrid Saiyans or tug Sound Family base Dragon Blast defense during battle, if I were to have it maxed them out, as you can see here. And then we could have this guy right here. This guy will give you, let me put him at max level here. He will give you 38% to tag Future, Hybrid Saiyan, or tag Vegeta Con base blast attack and defense, and 80% to tag Future base strike defense during battle. So that goes for the Hybrid Saiyans team. We're moving on to the Future team. The first Future unit is going to be this Rose here. Because of his Z ability, I'm going to be basing off these teams of Z abilities. His Z ability is 5% to ultimate and awaken damage inflicted by tag Future, and 42% to tag Future or tag power for an opponent, base strike attack and defense during battle. So he's going to be having the Z ability as well. And then this LF Goku Black is also pretty good. His Z ability is 38% to tag Future, God Key, or power for an opponent, base strike and blast defense, and 80% to tag Future, base strike attack during battle. And then we have this guy again, Super Saiyan Gohan and Trunks Youth, Legends Limited, same reason as well of his the Z ability, which is 38% to tag Future, Hybrid Saiyan, or tag Vegeta Clan, blast defense, attack, 80% to tag Future, base strike defense during battle. And then we have this Legends Limited Fusion Zamazu. He's red, so might as well go with the mono red team. His Z ability is going to be buffing 38% to tag Future, powered opponent, or data God Key, base strike attack and defense, and 80% to tag Future base blast defense during battle. So he's going to be having all of that Z ability too as well. And then we have this Super Saiyan Trunks Adult, or the Sword of Hope. I'm pretty sure that's what y'all call him. His Z ability buffs Hybrid Saiyans and Future, obviously. His Z ability is going to be 35% to tag Vegeta, Future, or Hybrid Saiyan base strike and blast defense, and 80% to characters that are both tag Future and Vegeta Clan base strike defense during battle. So pretty good. His Z ability is not going to do anything because, well, our character is red and not blue. So we're going to move on to the Zenkais. So our first Zenkai is going to be the Super Saiyan Trunks team from the Cell Saga. He is going to be buffing both Red and Future, I believe. No, it's Red and Hybrid Saiyans during battle. 40% to both Strike and Blast attack, 35% to both Strike and Blast defense, His Z ability is going to be buffing 35% to Hyper Saiyan, their attack, Vegeta Clan, strike, attack, and defense during battle. And then we have this Trunks My Assist. His Zenkai ability is going to be buffing both, I'm pretty sure Red and Future. Yeah, Red and Future. 40% to both strike, attack, and defense, and 35% to blast, attack, and defense. His Z ability is going to be buffing Future and Vegeta Clan, strike, attack, and defense by 35%. And then we have this Zamasu, this Red Zamasu. He's going to be buffing both Future and Red and Future. 35% to strike and blast attack, and 40% to both strike and blast defense. The Z ability is going to be buffing 33 to Future or attack regeneration and base strike attack during battle. And then we have this Mai, although she's not a Zenkai, but she does give up to 25% extra max health here. So you could put her like from the bench. I'm pretty sure that's what they call it. So your characters will have a 25% extra towards Future or attack girls, but who even mains girls will like max base health during battle. So that's all the teams, equipments, and all the stuff that I would recommend you to use with that Trunks. Any Trunks that came out, and sadly enough I wasn't able to pull him or the other LF Super Saiyan Goku, but maybe next time, maybe when the next banner comes in, or actually maybe today if I were to get 1000 Chrono Crystals, because I have like 900 right now. So if I were to do a little bit of grind, I might be able to get him, because I'm like, what? I'm almost in the free one right here. Yep, just I'm trying to get like 15 coins, but I probably won't be able to do it. Hopefully I do, but that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you guys later until the next characters drop.